Hey there, Soul Tribe. It is the Joy Healer, Kathy Weiss here. I use my gifts as an intuitive, clairvoyant, and source energy channel to help people like you find deep fulfillment and freedom at the level of your soul, which is joy. And I am coming to you live from my reading room here on the central coast of California. I have your weekly intuitive and clairvoyant energy reading for the week of March 23rd through the 29th, 2020. And oh my goodness, friends, we have got so much to talk about. It's like I almost don't even know where to begin, but I will find a starting point. One thing I know for sure is that information from source is flowing in like fast and furious right now, and there's going to be all kinds of like quick little intuitive hits. A couple days ago I had one for hairdressers specifically, so I just threw that up there on Facebook, and there's going to be like quick times when I'm popping in with lives and written channel messages, and it's like what I'm hearing is that like almost every single day for the next week there is going to be extra information and extra tidbits and things like that for you. So make sure that you're hanging out with me here on Facebook, which is The Joy Healer Kathy Weiss, over there on Instagram at The Joy Healer. And I'm also on YouTube, but I'm feeling like most of the extra bonus goodies are going to be showing up either on Facebook or Instagram. And it's just going to be like, tons of good stuff coming in. So let's get into today, right? So, one of the greatest lessons that's happening for the collective right now is the ability to stay grounded and rooted in the present moment. And I have an additional channeled message for that specific that specific topic in your newsletter that follows this live video. So make sure that you're receiving my newsletter. If you have signed up for it and you haven't seen it in a while, maybe check your spam or your clutter filters to make sure you're getting all of the information that Source wants you to receive during this time, which is for many of us feeling uncertain. We're going to start off with a little bit of energy healing. The color of the week this week is orange. So this is a little piece of orange carnelian. Got my orange mala beads going on over here. And the reason I'm feeling so strong to orange, and it'll be part of what I send you in the energy healing today, is that this is the color associated with your second chakra. The name of that chakra is Svadhisthana, and it is responsible for our desire, for our creation, for creativity in the world. And we are definitely in a time when we're being called to rise up into our creativity in our work, in our day-to-day life, in how we support other people. And so by infusing ourselves with the energy and the color of the second chakra, that ability or our creative ability will be bolstered and supported. So if you'd like to receive energy healing today, have your hands in an open, receptive position. You can face them towards the camera. You can have them face up on your lap or somewhere on your body. If you're new to the concept of energy healing or you aren't sure if you want to receive it, just a gentle, just like a light fist or hands face down on your body is going to be enough to, for this purpose, turn off the receptivity of the energy healing. So, open hands if you're receiving. And today I'm going to be sending two colors, sort of like, I don't want to use the word bullseye pattern, but it's coming in the shape of a circle with more of a warm, kind red light in the middle that fades out to white. And then outside of that is the orange of the second chakra. Red is the first chakra, and that is your root chakra. It's what helps you feel grounded and safe. So before we can slide into creativity, we need to feel safe. So I'm sending now those two colors to support your first and second chakras. You might feel warmth. I'm feeling warmth and sort of a pulsation in my hands as I send. little bit of tingling. You might feel tingling. You might just feel a sense of calm or peace slide over your body, or you might feel nothing, and that's normal too. Just another moment. Okay. Good. I'm just gonna pull, oh man, you guys, it's really strong today. I'm gonna pull back slowly so that we can get into the energy reading. Um, I'm going to ask the collective guides to keep that flowing for you. I didn't want to disconnect. I wanted to sit there for like 10 or 15 minutes and keep that energy flowing for you. So I asked the collective guides of Source to keep that stream going for you so that I can be released into giving you your energy reading for this week. And you guys, this morning, it was like turning the dial on a radio, like trying to tune into a station, you know, and you're like piece of song, music, talking, news, commercial, right? And there's just all this different bits of noise and chatter. And the reason why I'm hearing that is because it's sort of like, as a collective, our emotions are all over the place. Some people are feeling great right now. Some people are tired. Some people are fearful. Some people are overwhelmed. And it's just not really consistent. Right now, it would almost be easier for me as an energy reader and healer to work with you one-on-one. And I would totally recommend you do that if you are feeling at all like you need some assistance with your energy or your emotions. Because it will be like super easy for me to dial in on you as compared to everybody, because we're just so like spazzy. There's nothing wrong with the fact that we're spazzy right now. This is kind of a spazzy time that we're living in. So I was like, what do I do with all of this different energy? Like, how do we provide an energy reading and messages that are healing for people when everybody is in a different emotional, energetic, vibrational state? And I got good stuff for you. So check it out. I like to look at my notes just so you guys know when I'm channeling. If I don't keep track, it flows through me and it doesn't stick and it's like gone back into the ether. So know that me looking down at my notes is a way to ensure that you hear and receive all of the information you need to hear and receive. So imagine a ship on a stormy sea. So like lots of waves and rocking and things like that. If that ship tries to sit still and be really rigid in the water, it would get broken apart by the waves. So instead, the ship rises and falls and it rocks and it rolls and it goes with the storm in the ocean. And you're being invited to allow your emotions to rock and roll through you, to rise and to fall, to feel peaceful and safe, and to feel scared and uncertain, and to feel bored, and to feel excited, and to feel energized, and to feel like curling up into a little ball or whatever it is, and to just let that go with you. It says, do not numb yourself or swallow the emotions, because these get stuck in your energy field. And then it requires help in healing, and the time that it takes to heal is longer when you numb or trap or swallow your emotions. And we all do that from time to time. It says that here, like all human beings at times get energy and emotions stuck in their body. But if you can sort of deliberately try to not do that, then the healing that needs to take place from this time will go faster. It says don't allow emotion. Oh, I had to back up because I was going to read that sentence wrong, and that's like punctuation matters, guys. Healing becomes required when you don't allow emotions through. Most humans have some stuck emotion within them that requires healing. So you're not alone, and you're not unique, and you're not a special pretty pony. I say that with love. You're not a special pretty pony if you need some kind of healing. Even healers need healers. We need to be healed by other people because we're also human. But this is why, or this is what the guides are saying, this is why we have provided you with a myriad of healers and light workers and wayfinders and showers and heart-centered souls whose fire burn bright to lead and show you the way. So now in these troubled times, we say this: there is no trouble. There is only a stormy sea. The trouble comes when you fight and you resist what is. Think about that. The ship on the sea, it just is. The ocean being stormy, it just is. Your emotions rising and following and rattling and rolling, it just is. It just is, guys. And if you can just let it happen and not fight it and not need to control it and not think you need to be perfectly zen peaceful every moment of every day of this trying and uncertain time, things are going to go better. You will need less healing because of it. Verily we say, this week sink into your feelings and allow yourself to go where they lead. The storm will pass and the sea will calm. That is truth right there, my friends. It's like a truth bomb. Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. Even this deep feeling of uncertainty is temporary. This part of the message is complete. We love you. Amen. Guys, I just kind of dove right in. If you have questions, there it is. If you have questions or comments, you can throw them down there. If you are just with me and you hear me and you understand the messages, thumbs up and hearts. I still think they need a star down there because sometimes I feel like I would really love a gold star, but give me what you got. We're going to have an oracle card today to go along with your messages. I chose the Flowers of the Night Oracle. I love this deck because every time I pick it up, I hear the phrase, there is beauty in darkness. And the world right now is in perfect hanging balance of darkness, which is the uncertainty and the fear and the difficulty, and lightness. So many people rising up into creative solutions, into supporting one another, into finding ways to make their life even more satisfying, more fulfilling, and more conducive to working with the situation at hand. So there is beauty in all of this. I'm just going to give this deck a little bit of a shuffle, and then we'll pull a card and see what we get. I'm getting some messages right now too, but I'm like, I want to do the card first, and then we'll do like an extra little intuitive hit at the end. Oh my goodness, there it is, sticking right out. Can you see it? When I work with people, I invite them to tell me where the card is, but like, holy mamma jamma, that card was just sticking out, like screaming, pick me, pick me. So here we go. This card is Depth, and it's a picture of a card called Woodland Tobacco. I haven't had this deck too long, and I have not seen this card yet, so I'm not entirely sure the author's intention around depth. But what I can feel into the energy of what we're experiencing with this global pandemic and people being invited to have some social distance and things like that, is it is time to go further into the depth of yourself. So many of us naturally as humans have gotten caught up in a day-to-day routine, and we started to get into that routine that we were a little bit checked out about why. And it doesn't mean we can't go back into that routine, and it doesn't mean we can't go back into what we were doing, but with a little bit more depth of clarity around why we're doing those things and if they really are what we want to be doing with our life. Last night I was hanging out with my mister, and all of a sudden I was thinking of Groundhog Day. I'm like, it's Groundhog Day. And how ultimately what happened in that movie was Bill Murray was like, if I have an infinite amount of time and every day is the same, what am I doing with myself? And he learned to play the piano and to be an awesome ice sculptor and to speak a foreign language. And it's sort of like this time is calling you to go back into the depth of yourself and really ask you, how do you want to use your time in this body, in this lifetime, on this earth? Hence the color orange, the creativity and the offering that you bring. let's check in with the author's intention of this card. And FYI, this cutie pie up here in the corner on the card is called the Margay. I've never even heard of that, but he sure looks adorable, or she. Um, it's native to Central and South America, and it's a small cat that is nocturnal and solitary. Can we just love that that cat is solitary, and many of us are feeling very solitary and alone right now? And again, there's beauty in that. There's beauty in solitary. It is not wrong or unnatural to, at times, experience moments of solitude. They are what help you go deeper into your own self. So hear that with benefit. Pay closer attention to what is going on around you. Lying in the here and now, not lying, excuse me, living. Living in the here and now is vital. Negative energies may cause you to stay away from what is truly important and needs your attention. It's time to make peace and seek calm, particularly within yourself. But do you need to reach out to another? Here's the thing. It's good to make peace with your life, but hear the other part of the message. It's okay to fluctuate emotionally and to allow the emotional fluctuations. And the piece about living in the here and now is vital. I mentioned that at the top of the video, and that there is an additional channeled message in today's newsletter I send out that comes with a replay of the live video. So make sure you get my newsletter. If you don't get it yet, head to thejoyhealer.com, and right there on the homepage you can get a free mini intuitive reading as my treat to you, along with getting the newsletter where you find bonus messages and all kinds of other good stuff. But before we head out, right before I pulled the card, I mentioned that I was hearing one more bonus, like intuitive bit of wisdom or guidance for you. And it comes around how you can creatively support others. So we're kind of in a time where things are twofold, is the word that I'm hearing. We have two divergent groups of people. We have those who are gainfully employed, either in an industry where their work is still the same, they're still going to work and they're doing their thing. We have oodles of salaried employees who have simply transitioned from a live office environment or a school teaching environment or something like that. They have transitioned to an at-home working environment, and their income and their finances are absolutely not affected, and perhaps they even have more income available because lacking of commute and things like that. Then we have a second, the twofold piece of the population, which is people whose livelihood is less stable. People who are self-employed, for example, if they're experiencing an economic downturn due to the global events, there's no such thing as unemployment benefits for those people. There are people who are self-employed who really rely upon your regular use of their services. Like, think about your hairdresser, your barber, your manicurist, your light worker and healer, your massage therapist. Like, all of these people whose income is dependent upon those of you who have a stable, reliable income. So creativity, right? Second chakra. How can those of us whose income has not been impacted creatively support those who have? And I don't necessarily have all of the answers, and I do think those who have been impacted need to find creative ways to still serve. As a matter of fact, I had this really super awesome intuitive hit I posted on Facebook for hairdressers, which was, y'all need to have an online tutorial for how to trim your own bangs, because I'm probably in about another week or so going to be going crazy. And I, for one, 100% would pay my hairdresser to have a little live session with me to walk me through not jacking that up so bad, right? So it goes both ways. But those of us who are in a more secure, stable position, please find creative ways to support and uplift and enliven those people who matter to you. Your hairdresser, your yoga teacher, your massage therapist. Find creative ways to help them feel more secure and stable in a time that is uncertain. So creative solutions. It doesn't mean you gotta like give them all your money, but find ways to bolster and support them because we're all in this together. Hey Janelle, solitary and nocturnal for you nowadays. Yeah. Peace over working at home. Hey, in high five, sister. I will tell you what, as someone, can I just like last shout out and then I'll let you guys go into the rest of your day? Working at home is so peaceful. It's so undistracted. You can sit down and accomplish things as long as you choose to do that. You might have to turn off the Wi-Fi or whatever it is, but it's so like focused and it's so nice because we can still connect with each other when we need to. And the amount of energy and time that you're not using hopping in the car and fighting traffic or doing whatever you're doing, all of that energy can now be rechanneled into your work at home situation, can be rechanneled into your fitness, it can be rechanneled into your creativity. Working at home is a blessing if you especially look at the amount of time you're saving or not using being in your car and you swap it out for something else. This message is complete. There is going to be crap tons of more information coming to you guys right here on Facebook and over on Instagram at The Joy Healer. So hang out with me, stay safe, stay connected. If you need a one-on-one session, I got some openings for you. I was going to actually block some time off for myself this week and next week, but I'll save it for later. I got you guys. Hook me up at thejoyhealer.com. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.